For decades, this crime was buried, and the truth will shock you to your core. They told you a story, but the reality is far darker and more twisted than anyone can imagine. What you're about to hear was hidden from the world, until now. And what we uncovered next changes everything. It began in a quiet town where nothing seemed out of place. A man vanished one night, leaving a town full of questions and secrets no one dared speak about. Neighbors claimed they heard screams that echoed through the empty streets, but the authorities dismissed it, until years later, evidence surfaced that would rewrite the entire story. The first clue appeared in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Hidden behind layers of dust and decay, investigators found documents that no one knew existed. Letters, photographs, even police reports that had been marked confidential, all deliberately erased from public records. Who could have imagined the truth hiding in plain sight? One witness came forward, trembling, recounting a night that no one could forget. She described figures moving in the shadows, men in suits who seemed to watch every street corner. Every detail pointed to a chilling realization: the people who promised protection were the very ones responsible. And the story takes an even darker turn. They had covered it up for decades. Phone records deleted, key witnesses silenced, and yet, the whispers never stopped. One by one, new fragments of the case emerged, testimonies that conflicted, evidence that vanished, and a web of lies so intricate it seemed impossible to unravel. But that's not even the worst part. Inside a locked safe, investigators found a diary. Its pages were brittle, yellowed with age, yet the words inside were impossible to ignore. Names of powerful figures, secret meetings, hidden transactions, all pointing to a crime network that stretched far beyond the town. What we found next will leave you speechless. A simple clue, a torn photograph, revealed a connection no one saw coming. The missing man wasn't just a victim. He had stumbled onto something forbidden, something that certain people would kill to keep buried. And no one could explain what happened next. Why was he taken? Who decided his fate? And why did the authorities look the other way? Even more shocking were the hidden recordings recovered from an old surveillance system. They captured voices discussing bribes, threats, and a cover-up so audacious it seemed unreal. Everything you thought you knew about this case is about to change. We discovered coded messages hidden in plain sight, letters sent under aliases, all revealing the existence of a clandestine operation designed to manipulate, silence, and erase. And the truth behind it is far more shocking than anyone realized. Some of the town's oldest residents spoke reluctantly, revealing a culture of fear that had persisted for generations. "You don't ask questions here," one whispered, "because questions get people hurt." And in the shadows of this town, the same pattern repeated: disappearances, unexplained deaths, and hidden crimes that were never reported until now. If you want to see what they tried to hide next, stay tuned, because the next piece of the puzzle uncovers a connection that no one expected, a revelation that shakes the very foundation of everything we thought we knew. The truth has been buried for decades, but now it's finally coming to light. And the next revelation will change everything you thought you knew. The diary wasn't the only clue. Hidden inside a false panel of an old filing cabinet, investigators discovered evidence that pointed to something far bigger, something orchestrated from the highest levels of power. Names that had never appeared in newspapers, documents stamped with official seals, and photographs of meetings that no one was supposed to know about, all connected to the missing man. Who knew the full story? And why was it hidden? Then came a witness who had stayed silent for decades. A former insider, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed the chilling extent of the operation. They described threats, bribes, and a network of people who manipulated events from behind closed doors. No one dared challenge them. No one, until the man disappeared. And his discovery threatened to unravel everything. Every lead seemed to deepen the mystery. Financial records showed unexplained transactions, funds moving through shell companies, all tracing back to the very people entrusted with justice. One investigator whispered, they weren't just hiding a crime, they were hiding the crime of all crimes. And the pattern was clear: the cover-up wasn't a mistake. It was deliberate, calculated, and ruthless. But then, the twist no one expected: the missing man had left behind a message, coded and almost impossible to decipher. It wasn't just a clue, it was a warning. Whoever uncovered it would become a target. And that's exactly what happened. Journalists who reported fragments of the case vanished. Files disappeared from archives. Entire leads were erased. And yet, the story refused to die. We discovered hidden surveillance footage that contradicted every official report. People assumed the man had simply vanished, but the tapes showed him being followed, cornered, and taken by forces no ordinary citizen could resist. And the people behind it weren't just local, they had connections spanning cities, perhaps even countries. What we found next defies belief. In an abandoned property, evidence emerged that the man had tried to fight back. Letters detailing his attempts to expose the truth, recordings of phone calls, and meetings he had secretly arranged, all signs that he knew too much. But before he could act, he was silenced. And no one, not a single authority figure, stepped forward to stop it. And then came the revelations that shocked even seasoned investigators. Hidden correspondences revealed that key figures in the justice system were complicit. Prosecutors, police officers, and officials had all played a part in burying the case. The very system designed to protect citizens had become the weapon that destroyed the truth. Everything you thought you knew about justice, about fairness, was about to be shattered. Some evidence pointed to a final confrontation that no one had ever expected. The missing man, cornered and desperate, had tried to leak information to the press. But the people who controlled the story were always one step ahead. Messages intercepted, meetings sabotaged, and just like that, decades of truth were hidden beneath layers of deception. But traces remained, small, overlooked details that now expose the network behind it all. Check the next episode to uncover more shocking truths. Because the hidden crimes they never told you about aren't just in the past, they have ramifications that echo even today. And the final revelation? It will change everything you thought you knew about this town, this case, and the power that allowed it to remain buried for so long. The truth has been hidden for decades, but now, every secret, every twisted lie, every hidden crime is finally coming to light. And the next discovery will leave you questioning everything you believed.